Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sopping Rolls. How's everybody? I am here at a company called WCD. I have been here for the last 3 days. Yeah, this place is busy. Busy. Alright, so let me tell you what I got going on here. WCD is a contractor that does all the receiving and the shipping for Trader Joe's. They contract companies like Ryder to bring in their goods and to handle the logistics from, the DC, which you have here, the DC to the actual store, and all the logistics of the stuff that comes in to the DC to the store. So the people that you see here, the trucks that you see here, are from all points USA. Okay? Look at all these trailers. This guy's dumping fuel in the reefers. So these people are coming from all points USA, and the produce, the products that are coming into the store or into the DC are coming from all points all around the world. It's pretty much a logistical nightmare. But here's the politics. Here's my politics. Let me get out the way before I get ran over. I am currently in, if you look in the background, it's gorgeous out here. It's a gorgeous day. Look at those clouds. Look at the trees. Beautiful area. But I am currently in Bloomfield, Connecticut at this place, WCD. The problem that I'm finding, the reason why I've been here for 3 days is because the buyer, the person that buys products for Trader Joe's grocery store, bought it on a bad PO. So ultimately, I'm just now getting into a door. It took 3 days for the buyer to communicate to the actual grocery store that he's buying for to get me a good PO so they would receive the product. I got here on Monday night, 7 o'clock. Today is Wednesday, the 10th. That's not okay. But even worse than that, I've been inconvenienced a few days, but that's not a big deal. But what's a bigger deal is they're running the whole, I want to say Walmart came up with this model. The model where if you don't have, or if you don't hire employees, you contract a company that hires your employees to do your work. Now, the people that they hire, they don't pay them very well. There's no union up here. There's no protections. There's no understood employment. If you come and show up every day, you perform at a certain level, you'll always have a job. None of that's understood. There's no health care. There's no health benefits. There's no benefits of being an employee. And a lot of them, they trade in, this contracted company trade in and just bring in temporary work. So the guys that's out here on the forklift, they're promised, they throw carrots in front of them. They say, if you work here for 90 days, we'll hire you on permanently. Well, a lot of these people don't make 90 days because it's not meant for them to work here for 90 days. It's kind of the same similar model as a lease purchase. If you pay for this truck for 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, it can be yours. They have a beautiful facility, brand new. And again, they're buying products from all points of the world. You got containers in here. You got drivers is bringing in product from the West Coast. I actually came from Yakima. I got a load of apples and pears on. And, Trader Joe's, for those that don't know, is a place that claims to be like all organic, no GMOs in the food, no pesticides, etc. So you should feel comfortable in eating their product. Now you're gonna pay a little more for it, but here's the thing: the same place that I was picking up apples and pears was the same place that other people was picking up for other grocery stores that wasn't organic. So I'm thinking in the same orchard, the same bees that are pollinating the unorganic, or the stuff with all the pesticides, etc., is the same orchards that they picked up my product from. Now that's conjecture. That may not be right, but that's my best guess. That it's because it's certified organic doesn't necessarily mean that it's organic. All right. So here's my thing with the politics of Trader Joe's. If I can't trust Trader Joe's to be responsible in their hiring practices, be responsible with the people that they hire and how they treat them, then how can I figure that they're going to be honest as it pertains to their hiring practices and the products that they put in the grocery stores? None of these people that are here that are helping me are Trader Joe's people. Now this place is an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna tell you, Blooms, if you get something on your bill of lading, it says Bloomsfield, Connecticut, WCD, I'm gonna tell you, avoid this place like the plague. Don't even do it, man. I mean, at the risk of losing your job, I'm saying it's that serious. Something as simple as a PO number is costing me 3 days. And I'm not here by myself. Like, there's a whole room in the receiving area of people sitting in there complaining about how long it takes. And this place just opened. Before, if you had the same load, it would go to Pennsylvania. So they don't have it quite figured out, the logistics as far as receiving stuff. Oh, here's the other thing. The security guards at the gate, only thing they need to know is what your bills say. All right, I'm sorry, I got a phone call. But, okay, so back to security. So, they don't know if you got an appointment or what have you. They'll ask you, you know, but their ultimate goal is to get you back here to the yard. So they don't really, as long as your bills say that you're supposed to deliver here, that's all they know. They check you in the computer, etc. Then they bring you into this big old bullpen. As you see, you got trucks about a half a mile, just trucks waiting. So you get a half a mile of trucks, you get warehoused in here, then you go in here and park. Now all these trucks have to go into the receiving office and figure out what to do next. That's when they get your PO number or your information off the bills that coincide as far as what they ordered. Now you could be in receiving office just waiting to talk to a teller. They typically have two tellers. One does the check-in and the one does the check-out. So you typically have those two tellers, and you got, let's say, 50, 60 people all in here at the same time waiting to get into the office or waiting to get checked in. That is not okay. So ultimately, this has been probably one of the worst experiences I've had. Not the worst, but one of. It's in the top 10 worst experiences I've ever had in trucking. You couldn't pay me enough to come here again. And if I had to get this place a grade, they ultimately got a failing grade. They're gonna have to do something a lot better, a lot different as far as their receiving practices. I think I'm even at the point where Trader Joe's has lost me as a customer, just knowing their hiring practices and how they treat people. You know, I'm in Connecticut, y'all. Let me have this conversation. I'm right around the corner down the street from Lady Liberty, all right? This is the problem. Everybody in there, just about everybody in there, I said the majority of people are either immigrants or they're descendants of, you know, like first generation Americans. You know what I mean? Maybe they was born in this country, but their parents came here. A lot of Jamaicans. I mean, and let me be honest, man. It was a beautiful thing to see. You got a lot of Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Africans, even, you know, and I hate to do the white-black thing, but even a lot of the black or the white folks that were in here were from immigrant countries, you know, first generation. Maybe they were born in this country, or their parents immigrated here, or maybe they immigrated here. The first language is Spanish, Espanol, in the office. So knowing that these people came here for a better life, you know, knowing the whole story of Lady Liberty and things of that nature, and people coming here for a better life, it's painful. It's brutally painful to know that they come here and they get hoodwinked. They come in here and they end up working in one of these jobs where they're being mistreated, you know, overworked, underpaid, no insurance, no health care, you know, and they just, it's a revolving door. You know what I mean? You come in here and work for, you know, 90 days or whatever, and with the promise of, you know, we'll get you a job, but there's really no promise after that. And then you're not actually going to work for Trader Joe's. You're going to work for a company called WCD. And that may not be any better or any different. It doesn't come with any better benefits than working for the temp service. So just something to think about. I want to leave that on your mind. Again, you got, well, for the first time, I guess, you got Toe Jam on this one. Just kicking the Willy Bobo, man. We got to do better. All these people in WCD, they are sovereign roads. They are sovereign roads. So, all right, Sovereign Roads family, we'll get back at you. Mad love, peace.